What is up, everybody? So, I'm here to talk to you about something that kind of really grinds my gears. It frustrated me, but at the same time, with my due diligence, research, everything, I'm glad I know that now. What am I talking about? Why do I have my DJI drone out in front of me? Well, what does everybody see on YouTube? You see travel channel YouTubers that are just like, hey guys, we bought a drone. Let's check out our footage. And they're monetized YouTube channels. Okay, cool for them. They're monetized. What does that have to do with having a drone? You know, like, you want great shots, you want more followers and more blah blah blahs for your channel, buy yourself a drone. Okay, again, what does that have to do with this video? Why are your gears grinding? Because what these people don't tell you about buying a drone when you have social media and just buying and flying a drone in general. Why don't I have any videos of my drone footage yet? There's a couple things I'm waiting on. My strobe light was one of them. Now I'm waiting for my RFID broadcaster that I'm going to mount right back here. Again, what does that have to do with this video? What does that have to do with other monetized YouTube channels? Because what these people don't tell you is that they make it sound like you can just go out, buy a drone, fly it up, make money off of it. What they don't tell you is you're going to get fined and get in trouble with the FAA. There are a lot of drone tracker apps out there that will be able to just see this and go, all right, I know I can figure out exactly where the pilot is because this puts off a signal, this puts off a signal. So it's going to see this flying around and know exactly where you're standing with this. So they can come over and report you. And that's the last thing you want, is the FAA showing up at your door going, hey, bud, what you doing? Oh, just recording stuff for my YouTube channel. Oh, well, what's your FAA numbers? I don't have FAA numbers. I do. I went out and spent the $5 for 3 years, which is all it costs to get my FAA numbers. Okay, well, that's a fine, or you're going to get in trouble or a severe tongue lashing from a FAA agent or local law enforcement. Now, you spend the $5 to get that FAA certification. You go through a little quick course. It's what is it called? SMART, or some sort of training safety class. It's some sort of safety class, flight safety class for drone pilots. Takes you like 30 minutes. Super easy. So I have my SMART, whatever certification. I have it on my phone. I have all my paperwork on my phone, including my drone registration numbers, my FAA number, and certificates. Now, okay, so you need to register your drone. A lot of them have, the newer ones, the newer, bigger ones do have the RF transmitter or whatever that broadcasts the drone serial numbers and information built into it already. Some of these older ones, you need to get a module for it. Not only is it just broadcasting for your safety and others, it also has a GPS tracker in it, other than what the drone has in it. Now, why is that handy? Well, if it gets lost, let's say you and some other guy, your neighbor, is flying drones around. You're flying yours for photography and just to have fun. Your neighbor's a creeper, and he's flying it into people's windows. Well, they're going to see that these drones, well, we don't know, we just see these two drone pervs are flying around. Okay. With that tracker in it, you can show your flight path. You can also download apps to show your flight path, plan a flight path, request permission, blah, blah, blah. It also shows you if you're in a restricted airspace or not, because that's one thing you do not want to be flying around if there's military stuff going on, anything like that. So, with that being said, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be on here that are going to say they're keyboard warriors and keyboard commandos and say, you don't need that. Well, yeah, it's true. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do a lot of things. However, I'd rather be on the right side of the law than having some FAA agent or local law enforcement showing up going, and you're getting a huge fine and we're taking your drone. Because that would suck to lose my drone. Now, to register it, like I said, get your FAA numbers. It is $5 for 3 years. If you want to go the extra mile, you can get AMA, American Model Association insurance. I think that's like $160 for 3 years. And that covers, I believe, up to $100,000 worth of damage. Now, this is a smaller model drone. It is still within the 250 gram weight rating with the battery and everything in it, which I think is like 8 ounces, something like that. Alexa, how many ounces is 250 grams?
250 grams. It's about 8.92 ounces.
Okay, so a little under 9 ounces with the battery in this. This does definitely come into that place. So that's why I have the RF module or transmitter, whatever it's called, coming, because I will be mounting that to this. And it'll probably go back here or up here or possibly even back here on the battery compartment. I haven't decided yet. I got to see how big it is. It's just better to be legal than not. Now, the strobe light. I got that because I want to do night flying. 4th of July is coming up here. I want to get some cool fireworks shots. And you need an FAA approved strobe to fly at night. This has a 3-mile visibility. And I believe it because it is very blinding. It is also rechargeable. That way then any real manned aircrafts can see your drone. Because this little thing to a real aircraft, this thing, even though, yeah, it's light, it's 9 ounces. Can you imagine if you're a pilot flying a Cessna or something like that? This pings off your windshield. This could break your windshield. Cause a real pilot to crash. That's not good. You do not want that because guess what? This, with its serial numbers and everything, is going to be inside that cockpit, or they'll find pieces of it. They'll find it. They'll find you. So again, it's always better to be legal than not. Now, getting back to the monetized YouTube part of it. Now with that, you want to register with the FAA, $5 for 3 years. Awesome. That's all taken care of. They give you some FAA numbers. Now, if you had, and that is for recreational flyers. Now, what they don't tell you, or what these big monetized YouTube channels don't tell you, is they just say, grab a drone, go out, fly, make money with it. Well, that's not true. You need your Part 107 license. And that's not just for commercial. That's not, you're a big movie producer flying drones. You're a professional videographer. That is any time you make money off your drone. Monetize, and it says it right in there. Monetized social media platforms. You need your Part 107 license. You need that to show that you can fly over a lot of state parks don't allow drone footage. It helps you get permits and permission to fly in other places that normal people can't. Where if you have your Part 107, you're covered. If something happens, you're covered. Not insurance-wise, like if you crash it and cause property damage, that falls on you, but that's where the AMA insurance comes into play. Because then it's covered, because this is still considered a radio-controlled model. It is a quadcopter. So this still falls under AMA stuff. Granted, if you are a big time movie producer and you crash your drone into something, you got money to be like, here, leave me alone. Sign this waiver, we're good. This is all about covering your butt. If you have social media platforms and buy a drone, now again, I'm going to get a lot of naysayers in my comments going, that's not how it is. No, you don't. No, you don't. Well, you may not do it that way, but I am going to do it that way because I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I have the luck that I'll fly this once at night to catch some fireworks or something. And an FAA agent is going to come tap me on the shoulder and go, hey, your drone, bud? Like, yeah. All right, here's your fine. Have a nice day. Or they're going to take my drone, and that's going to suck. I don't want that. I like my drone. It's a sexy drone. But this is all about covering your butt. $5 to register with the FAA. And you'll get your own flight numbers. Or FAA registration numbers. That you can get decals to put right on here. Which is probably where I'm going to put it right here. Depending on how big or small the decals are. They're going to go on this somewhere. That'll have my full FAA registration number on the drone. There's two reasons why I want to do that. A, if I'm flying and I lose this thing, if it's got a transmitter on it, strobe light, FAA numbers, somebody finds this, they're going to be like, oh, with a if found, please call. They're more likely to go, oh, it's pretty official. We better call this number, versus, oh, this looks like somebody's random drone. Sweet. All I got to do is buy a new controller and it's mine now. Thank you. It's covering my butt because I am, there are a lot of flights in this town and I always want to be legal. That's why I have the apps that'll check my airspace and I can put a notification straight to the FAA. Hey, I'm going to be flying for this amount of time at this altitude. That way then they post a warning, and to any other drone pilots or RC pilots or anything around, hey, well, that are following rules and regulations and laws. That, hey, you got a drone pilot in the area, he's doing whatever. The Part 107 license I am working on, I am saving up to get that. That is about $250, but that is a lifetime license. That is not spending, and that's for the course and the license. The place that I'm going to link is a place that guarantees that you will pass, or they will pay you $175 and a full refund. Okay, cool. So I want to save up the $250 to go through them. I'm sure you could probably find it cheaper, but on average, you're going to look at about $175 to $250 to get your Part 107 license. And again, it's a lifetime license. It's a one-time purchase. You can't beat that. Now, even for us smaller content creators, our channels blow up overnight. All of a sudden, that one drone footage you got, and that's another thing too. I have drone footage on my channel right now. My channels are not monetized. However, in the future, when I do blow up, and I am monetized, I'm not going to be stuck with my butt in the wind, and them going, well, hey, now you're making money off that drone footage. Why don't you have your Part 107 license? I do. Now I'm covered. And I will have full AMA insurance. And again, that's $160 for 3 years. It's very reasonably priced. Now, the apps that I have, there's a few different ones. I have that. This one is the one that notifies. I just have a whole app of drone or whatever. There's, it's called Air Aware. I can't. Yeah, it's called Air Aware. I'm not going to show you the screen because it gives my exact position. But it allows you to post to the FAA, hey, I'm flying my drone. I'm going to be flying at this altitude in this area, radius, whatever. And allows them to be notified that, hey, you're flying. It's all about covering your butt. That's all it is. It's all about covering your butt. You spend that $5 on the registration, $250 on the Part 107 if you're doing social media content. That's if you're doing social media content. Now, if you're just flying drones and you're not doing social media content, you have no desire to do social media drone footage, you have no desire to make money and be a pro photographer or anything like that, or make any money off your drone footage, don't even worry about the Part 107. But registering your drone with the FAA for $5, you have to do that. Again, there's going to be naysayers and trolls going, no, you don't. No, you don't. Yeah, you do. Just because you don't want to follow the law doesn't mean the rest of us don't. Those people that don't want to follow rules and regs, those are the ones that are going to make the new rules and regulations and make it stricter for everyone else that does want to follow the rules. And we're the ones who pay for it in the long run. Now, again, if you have no desire of ever doing any social media, anything, making any money off your drone, don't even worry about the Part 107. However, if you are posting drone footage to your social media, even a 10-second clip, and you have monetized YouTube channel or social media platform, get that 107 license. If you're monetized, you can afford it. Plain and simple. Get it. It's better to have it. Now, if you're going to do night flights, you have to have a strobe. That's a law. That's an FAA regulation. You have to have a strobe and marker lights for your drone. Hence why I got this one that is crazy bright. This is a 3-mile strobe. So again, that's so bright. Fully rechargeable. The drone battery on this lasts about 30 minutes. This lasts about 4 to 6 hours. So even if I lose it and crash it, I'm still going to be able to see my drone. The RF tracker transmitter that I get that transmits GPS location, drone ID numbers, all that stuff, that was about another $40. But then if I lose the drone dies and just goes from there, I'll be able to use that via my phone to track it and find where my app is and have a strobe light for visual. Neat. Again, this is a smaller drone that does not have the built-in RF transmitter or whatever it's called, RFID, whatever. So that's why I'm buying that one. Plus, it's transferable from drone to drone. You know, I mean, you can upload different profiles to it. I'll be doing a review video on that when I get it. It'll be here this coming week sometime. So with that being said, get your FAA numbers. Go to faa.gov or dronezone.gov, something like that. Let me see, what is it? I have the website, and I will tell you. It is doodly doodly doo. There is the Pilot Institute. This is the one I was talking about, the Pilot Institute. This is, you can get free drone registration stickers. That's pretty neat. But they're the ones that do the Part 107 course. It's pretty neat. Oh, okay, cool. Neat. But it's look up like Before You Fly, B number 4, UFLY is what it's called, or the Drone Zone, FAA Drone Zone. Let me see. Let's see, FAA Drone Zone, or basically just go to faa.gov and you'll be able to find the Drone Zone. And then, yeah, like I said, I got all my registration, passwords, all that stuff. I'm not going to show you because y'all don't need to see that stuff. It cost me $5 for 3 years. Can't beat that. I have my FAA numbers. I will be getting my AMA insurance just because if my drone damages something, I want to be covered. I don't want that coming out of my pocket. I'm broke. But I want to be covered. I will be getting my Part 107 license because I want to make money off my drone. I want to be able to upload all my footage to all my social media platforms and have no problems, no worries about when my TikTok or when my YouTube or whatever blows up and all of a sudden I'm monetized. I don't need no government agents coming to me going, you got your Part 107 license there, boy? You know, but no. You're going to be paying us for a while. And we're taking all your drone equipment. No, no, no. No, no. So, spending, let me see, it's say 160 for 3 years, 165 with the FAA registration for 3 years, plus 250, say 260. So let me see, 1, 3, 4, a little under $500, and it covers your butt from point A to point B, or from A to Z. It covers your butt. Why not? But I wanted to come on and kind of do that. It was supposed to be a short rant turned into a long rant because I didn't know all this stuff till I started researching it, until I started watching videos. Now, yes, there are going to be people, again, that are going to say, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you can just buy it and fly it. Okay. You know, believe those people, don't believe those people, or believe those people, believe me, whatever. I've done my due diligence and research on this because I don't want to get fined. I don't want to have my DJI drone taken from me because that would really suck. I don't need our sheriff's department knocking on the door going, hey, it's your drone up there peeping in people's windows like a dirty little pervert. No, here's the flight path of my drone. Here's exactly when I was flying it. You're looking for some other pervert. Not saying I'm not a pervert, but you're looking for some other dirty little drone pervert. That ain't me. You know. And so, again, FAA.gov. Go register your drone. Pilot Institute. That will get you your Part 107 license. AMA. American Modelers Association. To get your AMA insurance card. That is $160 for 2 or 3 years. Part 107 license. That's a lifetime license. That is $250. And registering with the FAA, another $5. This strobe, which is the Firehouse Arc V, this was $40. The RFID transmitter, whatever it's called, that's another $40. And that was the Plantronics or something like that. Pantronics. I'll be doing a review on it when I get it. And then, you know, getting your free registration stickers to post on the arms, on the side, wherever on the drone. Again, it's better to have it, not need it, than need it, not have it. So, with that long-winded rant done with, I will see you on the next video. Make sure to double tap that screen, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, follow, whatever, or don't. I'll see you all in the next video.